Oh, hi friends. How are you? It's Mrs. Campbell. Today I'm deciding to read to you a story that I wrote that was published in Chicken Soup for the Soul, My Amazing Mom. And my mom is very amazing. And so I wanted to read to you a funny story. It's a true story, and it's called Ready or Not. Ready or Not. Right before my 28th birthday, my mother announced she was leaving New York to move to a retirement community in Central Florida with her boyfriend. Mom and her partner decided to toss the majority of their belongings accumulated from their separate lives, leaving most of it on the curb. A few days prior to their departure, I went to Mom's for a farewell birthday dinner. "I know how much you love my cat," Mom said, cutting nonchalantly into her chicken cutlet. I knew where the conversation was headed. I did love our family pet, stoic black Sheeby with verdant green eyes, but I was reluctant to accept her as a gift. I said, shoveling a mound of mashed potatoes into my mouth. I was upset that my mother, my best friend, would be moving away, so having something as a daily reminder of our bond would be fantastic. But I wasn't yet ready to nurture another life. Mom persisted. "You know, Steve is allergic to cats, so I was thinking." My fork picked up speed, now nervously galloping from plate to mouth. Mom stopped and placed a warm hand on my arm. "Honey, are you okay?" I dropped the utensil and swallowed hard. "I could bring her to an animal shelter, but I didn't think you'd want that for the cat." There it was, the guilt. "Fine, I'll take her." Mom pumped a fist in celebration of another item ticked off of her things to purge before I move list. Acquiring Sheba was no easy feat. The co-op I had just settled into didn't allow pets, which meant she would have to be smuggled in. This didn't hinder my mom's agenda. The woman I grew up with, a straight-laced role model who abided by every rule, was rolling up her shirt sleeves and concocting a scheme. "We'll give her a mild sedative and sneak her in through the back entrance where the trash cans are," Mom said, pointing out the window by my apartment. "And from there, we'll bring her up into the freight elevator." Do you know what a sedative is? It's a sleeping pill. Still unsure, I glanced out of the glass casement, wondering if we'd really get away with this. "Ready to do it?" Mom turned to me and smiled. I looked at her and gave a meek, "Oh, and before I forget," Mom said, dipping into her purse. She pulled out a small envelope and handed it to me. "It's a gift card to Petco. I'll send you one every month. You know, to offset the costs of litter and food." I studied the yellow gift card, my official golden ticket into cat ladyhood, and shoved it into my back pocket of my jeans. "Come on, let's get this over with." I held the door as Mother, led the way out. In the back seat of our family sedan, Sheba was awake but tranquil in the plastic carrier Mom had managed to secure her in. I stood back as my mother shimmied the case out of the car. When the cat let out a screeching howl, I jumped away, expecting Mom to do the same. Instead, she casually reached into the car and grabbed a blanket from the floor. I watched in wonderment as she draped it over the cage and hushed the animal back to a nice, calm silence. "Have you done this before? You're like the cat whisperer," I said, only half joking. "No, I'm a mom." She winked and then put a finger to her lips, signaling for quiet. I proceeded with caution. As we approached the freight elevator, I jabbed a finger on the button and scanned the area to the nearest surveillance cameras. Luckily, they were aimed in the direction of the exit doors, out of view from where we stood. "Geez, don't ever try to rob a bank," Mom said and nudged at me. A loud, grinding noise, followed by a thud of heavy metal, echoed into the vestibule. Mom jerked open the door to the freight elevator and waved me inside. Slowly, the machine lifted us to the 8th floor. As we ascended, a black paw poked out from under the blanket and swatted at my leg. I swatted back. The cat did it again, but this time she rested her paw on top of my hand. "Aw, she's playing with you," Mom said with a grin. I know. I knelt down and rubbed the side of Sheeby's head through the grate. She let out a vigorous purr, the vibrato of her throat tickling my fingers and surprisingly my heart. The elevator jerked to a halt. The cat retracted into the carrier as Mom yanked open the door to free us. Mom eased down the hall and into my residence. Once we were inside, she set the holder on the carpet and let Sheba out. The cat's head darted in one direction and then the other. I was sure she was going to run and hide underneath the furniture, either the sofa or the bed. I lowered myself and sat on the rug and crisscrossed my legs, and curious, waiting to see which way she'd go. When she noticed me sitting there, she strutted over and stepped into the crook of my lap, arched up her spine into a big stretch, and then nestled down into a big black ball of fuzz. "You're a natural," Mom said. I looked down at Sheba and petted at her warm, velvety fur. We bonded, and I laughed at the realization that mothers really do know best once in a while. I hope you enjoyed my story, and my mom, and Sheba, who, God rest her soul, was the most fun cat ever. Thanks for listening. Bye.